What's going on, my friends? My name is Hootmoney. Today we are going to be talking about G Medical Innovations, or Gmvd stock, which I believe to be the best short squeeze opportunity in the entire market right now. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just throwing up rocket emojis on the screen, posting some Ortex data saying, hey, look guys, this is gonna squeeze. I've got legitimate proof. I brought the CEO onto my YouTube channel to interview him. I know what I'm talking about, guys. This stock is primed to absolutely blow up, and I don't want any of you guys sitting on the sidelines unsure being like, hey, let me chase this once it's already up 100, 200, 300%, right? I want you guys to be aware of this due diligence so that you can make your own decision to buy this stock, because Tuesday and Wednesday, or tomorrow and Wednesday, we've got about 15% of this free float having to be covered via these short exemptions. So let's just get right into it. Drop a like on the video if you guys have not already. If you guys wanted to join Hootmoney trade alerts, you can do that by using the first link in the description down below. Come on over, bag up with Hootmoney. Everyone who's joined so far, I don't think anyone's regretted it. Everyone's been having an amazing time. The rate's going to be going up in 10 days anyway, so if you want to be locked into the lower rates, again, first link in the description down below. But without further ado, let's just get right into the juice. So short exemptions. Short exemptions are a very, very rare occurrence. They can only be done by market makers, and they need to be covered within 6 trading days. The only reason that short exemptions occur is because of these small little loopholes, and they should only occur in the most rare circumstances because they're essentially a naked short sale. However, there's been countless times where market makers have actually abused this exemption to short a stock and make extra cash, which is not why they should be happening, right? And then FINRA does absolutely nothing. SEC does absolutely nothing. They're super hard to enforce. So that's why they do them, because they know that they can most likely get away with them. Well, we found an opportunity where we caught them red-handed, and they're actually in a terrible losing position on these short exempts. I mean, about 15% of the free float was short exempted between 2 trading days, 6/10 and 6/13. We're going to look at the chart in a second. However, what you must understand is that these have to be covered, and they have to be covered for a loss by market makers. So market makers have been exempting it more. However, you do see that it actually calmed down quite a bit, because I don't think they want to get caught in a really terrible position here. Now, the 75-cent level is super important, because the first day where 373,000 of those short exemptions did occur, the sell-off happened as soon as it hit that 37% level. And you can see what happened right here. I mean, the stock ended up going up after hours about 55%, but intraday, I mean, the stock just jumped down another 60%. It goes up 50% just to go down 60% within the same trading day. And you're saying this stock isn't manipulated? Absolute BS. I mean, I was up 50% on my money, and then next thing you know, I'm down 50% on my money. There's volume that occurred out of absolutely nowhere on this stock. I mean, you guys can see what happened. And then the next day, there was roughly 60 million in total volume on the stock. I mean, we're dealing with a stock that has a free float of 6 million shares. I had the CEO come on my YouTube channel and even say for himself that is just absolutely insane. Like, how does a stock that only has 6 million freely traded shares have over 60 million in volume, trading over 10 times the float in a single trading day? It just doesn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And the SEC and FINRA is doing absolutely nothing to stop this. I mean, the company has been investigating this since March. G Medical Innovations takes an aggressive approach to protect shareholders by combating naked shorting of Gmvd shares with an investigation to end the criminal activity. I mean, this is a serious headline, right? They've been investigating all of this naked shorting BS since March, and FINRA and SEC have not done anything to help them. They haven't, I mean, the CEO told me that they just have not received a response from them, right? Meanwhile, their stock is being naked shorted to absolute oblivion, right? Oblivion. I mean, you can just take a look at these 2 trading days alone. It shouldn't happen. I mean, the stock gets 64 million in volume and it ends up closing the trading day roughly about 35% up. I mean, that's not even a crazy swing after 10 times the free float being traded, right? Meanwhile, the stock also goes up about like 25% on absolutely no volume. All right, so you guys thought that was bad. It gets worse. So shout out True Demon for pointing this out. But you guys can see on this chart on Ortex that we have mapped out the on loan shares and then the estimated short interest percentage of free float. Look how the orange and pink lines are essentially the exact same thing up until this point right here on April 25th, 2022. On that day, the on loan shares was 921,000 and the estimated short interest percentage of free float was about 11.23%. Now, keep in mind, the free float is a lot smaller than what's being reported on Ortex, so any short interest figure that you see on this, it's actually going to be 3 times larger because the free float is only 6 million shares opposed to the 18 million shares being reported right there. And again, the free float was confirmed with the CEO on my YouTube channel. So the 11.23% short interest that was reported by Ortex right there was most likely more like 33% short interest. Then it just supposedly jumps off an absolute cliff to 0.77% short interest. Meanwhile, the shares on loan continued to go up while the stock price was declining about 50%. So there's a good chance that this short interest is simply just being hidden right now and it's chilling around a value more like 18% as reported by Ortex. But then when you take into consideration that Ortex has the float wrong by about 3 times, then you realize, oh wait, then the short interest would be literally 54% of the free float, considering that it has followed these on loan values. Again, I don't fully understand this. I can't give you guys an explanation to why shares on loan would continue to go up while short interest is just declining. But what I can tell you is that if the speculation is correct, where the short interest is more accurately represented by the on loan shares, and it's more likely to be 54% than the 1% that is being reported right here, that would mean that this is the most explosive opportunity in the entire market because the market cap is only about 16 million, but when you're incorporating the free float of 6 million shares into the equation, now you see that the free float market cap is only 4 million, and we're talking about 50% short interest on a $4 million free float market cap stock, combined with 15% of the float being short exempted, which needs to be covered tomorrow and Wednesday. Tell me a better opportunity. I'll wait. Oh, wait, you guys thought I was done. Oh, no. They have a $1 million buyback program as well. And again, the CEO mentioned to me that they are buying back this stock, which means the float is even smaller. I mean, a buyback program on a stock with these short squeeze statistics, come on now. Give me a break. With the free float market cap being only $4 million, this $1 million buyback program should raise the market cap multiple $1 million alone. That combined with retail buying, that combined with the buying pressure required from these short exemptions being covered, that combined with the likely upwards of almost 50% short interest on this stock. Again, it's mostly speculation. Make your own opinions, do your own due diligence, but all of that combined, please tell me an opportunity that is better. I will be waiting. There's no potential for being diluted until $1.50, which is over 100% upside from the current stock price. Now, the CEO mentioned that there's no risk of being diluted until $6 per share. The filings do mention, however, there are warrants at $1.50. I'm going to put my money on the fact that they're at $1.50, but considering that he is the CEO and he knows way more about his company than me, $6 per share is that exercise price, at least for these IPO warrants. Because this is an Australian company, there might be something that I'm missing about these April 2022 warrants that don't allow them to be exercised. Same thing with these January 2022s. And that's something that the CEO would know. And the CEO himself said that there's no risk of being diluted until $6.25 per share. So if shorts can't escape this mess that they've created by driving this up to $1.50 per share, diluting the float with the warrants right there. And then they'll be forced to take it up all the way to probably like $3 per share in order to add options on this stock. I've explained it many times on my channel. I'm a firm believer that options do manipulate the stock price of an underlying security. And as you can see, G Medical also has no options. So this is why I think market makers eventually might be forced to bring it up to $3 per share so that they have another vehicle of manipulation since this short exempts have already been exposed. So all in all, I want you guys to do your own research and look into this opportunity. However, I have never been more confident in a short squeeze opportunity. And again, it's because it's an absolute micro float. I mean, the free float market cap is only $4 million with 6 million shares being traded. We've speculated that the short interest could be upwards of 50%, and it's just being hidden once we did see this little divergence between on loan shares and the short interest, which did not seem to make any sense whatsoever. Again, shout out True Demon for explaining that one. Then we have these short exemptions, which represent about 15% of the float that are due tomorrow and Wednesday next week, all combined with a $1 million buyback program and a company that is vowing to protect short sellers from the naked shorting in their stock. Guys, I think G Medical is a great opportunity, and I don't think there's going to be another time that is as good to get into the stock as tomorrow and Wednesday. Anyways, obviously, do your own research before buying into any stock in the stock market. You're the one who is risking the money. You are the one who is swiping up that buy button at the end of the day. I know where my conviction lies. I know where my money lies, but it's always different for everyone's personal situation, so I have to emphasize that. But if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to like it and share it with as many people as possible. Also, if you guys wanted to join Hootmoney Trade Alerts, it's the first link in the description and pinned comment section down below. The rate for that will be going up in July, but you can get locked in to the current rate if you do sign up in June. So you got 10 more days for that. Hootmoney Trade Alerts, an amazing place full of many different investors like myself, all doing research. We're creating different types of Reddit scanners, Reddit algorithms. My recent pick, TRKA, ended up running about what, 200 to 300%. I forget the actual, roughly about 280% gains on TRKA from the original call out in Hootmoney Trade Alerts. So again, guys, link is below in the description or pinned comment section. That's all I got. Check out Moomoo if you guys want that free share of Lucid as well. That's also down there in the description. But I'm going to be checking out for now. Have a wonderful day.